It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here with me.
Yes.
And we have a special guest with us, Caleb McLaughlin.
Yes,
McLaughlin.
Yes,
Okay.
you got it right. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Now, you are obviously from Stranger Things. That's where I think a lot of people knew you from.
Yeah.
Right? And that is going to be in its last season in 2025, correct?
I don't know when this writer's strike right now.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's right.
I don't know when
Right.
I'm going to start. I don't know when it's going to be finished. But yes, this will be the last season.
Okay, how do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, it's going to be sad, of course, but I feel that ending it on a good note is important. We don't want to over milk the cow.
Right.
So, a lot of people say it's one of the greatest TV shows of all time.
It's
So-
what kept Netflix alive, really.
Yeah.
That's I feel that it's time for it to end. People are still asking for more, and we should just end it when it's
When they're
good.
asking for more.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you know that show was a big deal? Like you all had a hit on your hands?
I always felt it was going to be a hit, but I feel that every time a season dropped, it always took it to a different level. Like first season, I gained a lot of followers. A lot of people from different countries were reaching out to me. Then season 2, we traveled around the world.
Right.
And then season 3, we did like a world tour. Almost, they described it to us as if we were like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like going to Japan, Korea, Paris, Italy. Like we were going everywhere, So I feel that every moment that I have in Stranger Things always takes it to a different level. So
It does show you the importance of writers.
100%.
Because without the writers for that show, then every season wouldn't have been going to the next level. 'Cause that's
Exactly.
the base, the foundation of that, for you to be able to act out.
exactly
The script.
Exactly. 100%.
And before that, though, this is interesting. You were in The Lion King
Yeah.
as a young Simba. Now, here's a fun fact. I've never seen the movie The Lion King, but I did see the Broadway play.
I can't believe you still haven't seen this movie.
I know. The reason I haven't seen the movie now is kind of like a rebellious thing for me, because everybody's so mad that I haven't seen it. And then I went to go see the play.
How was the Broadway?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. I feel like I don't need to see the movie now.
I watched the movie first, and watching the Broadway show, I ended up liking the Broadway show better. So
Okay.
you may not even like it, honestly.
I don't think you need to encourage her not seeing it.
I know you should see it though.
Okay, I should,
You
though,
should
at some point.
just to say you've seen it. But the Broadway show to me is
better.
personally better.
Okay.
Because of the live experience.
Yeah, it is. And
It's
you know
amazing.
what? Live, you can't mess up. There's no second take.
No.
I mean, that's intense. How was that? How old were you when you were young Simba?
I was 10. I was in Lion King from 10 to 12 years
Okay.
old. Yeah.
And how intense was that for you as a...
Oh my gosh, it's super intense. I think the most physically straining thing I've ever done.
Really?
Like, yeah.
To date?
Yeah, for sure.
What's so a lot of people say, what's so grueling about doing
Oh, my only day off was a Monday. So
Sheesh.
there was no weekends like
for a 10-year-old too?
Yeah.
That's hard for an adult.
No, exactly. So like TV and film, I have weekends off or maybe a couple of days off because I'm not in this scene, or I may have like a month off, or even like when I'm not filming right now, I'll do other projects, but I may have a year off doing other things. But
Right.
Broadway, I did 2 years straight, no days off. I had a couple of vacations and maybe called out sick, but if I called out sick, like one time, both of the Simbas were sick.
All of the
my
Simbas were
friend-
sick?
Both of them. It was only 2. It was me and my friend Cole.
No.
He called out first because he was sick, and when I called in, like he already called out sick. I'm like, he's sick.
The nerve.
So I had
The
to
nerve
come
of this
in.
guy.
Yeah. So they like we have to shut it down if
They
you
were
don't
like,
come
who's
in.
sicker? Because that's who's...
Exactly. They like he called out first, so you have to go in. And I was like,
man.
dang, I was sick on stage. So the mental strain is more in the industry than physically. Like just the work ethic, getting up early, having to learn these lines and know it.
Right.
TV and film, you can mess up and kind of
Somebody
know
will
it.
feed you your line.
Yeah, like what's the line again? No, you ain't saying that on Broadway stage. You're getting fired. Yeah.
That's dope, though, because that kind of helps you, because everything after that is going to be easier, right?
Yeah,
Like you
exactly.
start off at that at 10, and then you start doing movies and TV, and you're like, this isn't as strenuous. Well, it's still strenuous.
It still takes a lot of work. The long hours, you never not knowing your schedule. You could be working from like Shooting Stars, the film that is coming out June 2nd. We would film from like 8 a.m. to like 11 p.m. And then sometimes we would start at 6 p.m., film till 4 in the morning.
Right.
And then maybe you have to get up at 11 a.m. for basketball practice. So the body needs rest, but the schedule's just so in the air, you never know. But with Broadway, it was like, this is how your schedule's going to
set.
look for the rest of the year or the rest of the month. So it was just the consistency of doing it. But like with Broadway, it's like mentally straining because everything's so up in the air, so like out of nowhere.
And when you did Stranger Things, so we saw Shooting Stars, by the way.
We watched it last
It's going to
night.
be on Peacock June 2nd, like you said.
Yeah.
And so we were able to get a copy of that in advance. And I read that book prior to it, too. So,
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's good because every time things were happening, I was like, oh, I remember this is when this is about to happen.
Yeah.
Or this must be the game when LeBron scored this.
Yeah.
Or this must be when Drew came and took over. And
Yep.
I was able to kind of know what was about to happen, but it's really great to see it played out, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the parallels between you and Stranger Things and talking about the racism that you had to deal with, and then in a movie like Shooting Stars, going to school and having to deal with that too, as in this movie as the character of Lil Drew. You know, so
yeah, that's true. I mean, that was something we didn't really touch on it as much, but of course, the decision that they had to make to go to that school, it definitely played an impact on the team. But for Drew, I feel like what we spoke on a lot was his height.
Yeah.
Like that was a big thing for him, being amongst 6-foot players that he was playing against. He was like 5'2" in high school, so people putting him down saying, "Oh, you're too small, you can't do it." When he was like, "Nah, I'm him. Like, I'm confident, I can
I'm
do
him
this."
at feet.
Yeah, exactly. So
oh God.
yeah.
So you had to do a strenuous basketball workout routine, and so now you feel like you could actually
Hoop.
Yeah.
Hoop. Oh yeah, I grew up hooping, so I definitely had the confidence coming in there. But I think I had a little bit too much confidence, and Mookie, Scoot, and AJ told me, "No, this is not your game. You're an actor." And I was like, "All right, bet." But I'm really competitive, so I was definitely giving them a run for their money as we started filming a little bit more, though.
I was wondering how many takes was it, because there's certain scenes where you're making all these shots, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
For that game when you were making all those threes.
I'll be honest. That game, that was the very first day of shooting basketball.
Gosh.
And I did not hit. I hit the ones that you ended up seeing. I did hit those,
Right.
but it took me a minute. And what happened was that Chris Robinson, the director, was telling them to egg me on, like, tell him he sucks, tell him this and that. So when I would miss it, they're like, "Oh, you suck. Make the point. We trying to leave." Like, you taking all along, everyone in the crowd like this. I'm like, "All right, bet." So I started knocking them down. But that day was really, was bad. But the scene where
I love the honesty.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
bad.
But the scene
They're
with
like,
Dan
we're
brought,
trying to go home.
no facts. But the scene with Dan brought, where I, where I'm like, "Yo, Keith, Dan brought, we and my boys, and I'm shooting around." I made all of those on take.
Okay. You feel
Every
good.
angle,
Okay.
it was actually like magical. I swear,
okay.
every single shot, I made it.
Did you feel pressure when you would film those scenes? I mean, I guess so. If people was
100%.
Okay.
But I had to have the Drew Joyce mentality.
Yeah.
To like, I don't care about what everyone else is thinking. If I miss it, I make it. I'm still me. You know what I mean? So I definitely had a lot of pressure going into it, but I had to like put everyone's voice in the back of my head, and was like, you know what? It's me.
Do you have a crew like that of like your boys? Just kind of how you always the crew, like the four of you. Do you have that in real life?
Yeah, the guys.
Who are they? What are their names?
Mookie, AJ, Khalil, and Scoop. We actually really created a bond after filming this. Like, I talk to them almost every day. Like, those are my best friends. Like, those are my homies for real. Those are my guys. I have other friends as well, but like, we really created a bond. Like, being in Cleveland, being in the same building for 2-3 months, we were 2 doors down from each other.
That's nice.
Like, we
That's
were hooping
dope.
it was like college almost. I didn't go to college because I'm working, but it was like my dorm experience. After filming, we would play video games. Like, it would be super late, like 12 a.m. Like, it's a Friday. What y'all trying to do? We gonna go outside? Yeah, let's go outside. Stay up till like 7 a.m. We see the light. Like, all right, I need to get some sleep. Like,
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice.
That's a whole different type of vibe, it feels like, than the Stranger Things set.
Oh, way different. Yeah. Like, I have so much fun with the Stranger Things guys, but if we filmed till 12 a.m., those guys would be like, I'll see ya next week. I'll see you when we, I don't know, but have a good night. But no, we were running all day, all night. You know what I mean? Like, we were like, when we were filming, actually, Mookie and Scoot, after they filmed, they came out to support me at my premiere. And they got off set at like 2 a.m., and they hopped on like a 7 a.m. flight, tired,
That's
and they all
dope.
kicked it in my room, slept on the couch and everything. Like, we're homies for real.
That's an amazing
Yeah,
feeling.
like
I
we
love
really
that.
support each other.
So you must not have gone and done traditional schooling since you were doing Broadway.
At a very young age, yeah. I mean, I did traditional schooling from like pre-K to 5th grade, and then after that, I was homeschooling.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think you would have done if not this?
Sports. I was into basketball, football.
Now you know, Drew, you a
soccer.
little too small.
You about to go back in character.
That's funny.
Don't get them started.
Nah, I mean, I'm regular height, you know what I mean? But I was into football, basketball, tennis, soccer.
Everything.
Yeah, no, for real. I was
Very
I was in
athletic.
yeah, I am, yeah. And but, the acting called me.
You're from Carmel, New York. What's it like there? Because I don't know if I've ever been there. So if you
Well,
had to describe it.
I'm born in the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx, and I moved upstate to Carmel, New York.
Okay.
It's like suburbs. I grew up. I went to school there. I mean, I never
did
really
y'all
hung
move
out.
there?
Why did we move there? We got a house
That
out
makes
there.
sense.
Because people
And-
want to move out of the
Look, you
Bronx.
know, I moved from Brooklyn to Jersey when I was in.
You know what I mean? It's
10th
either
grade.
Jersey or upstate New York, you
Yeah.
know? Or like near Westchester. So the family, my parents just wanted to, we wanted to have our own and have a
Right.
house and space and a yard, you know?
It worked out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How involved was LeBron with the project?
Oh, yeah. I mean, his production company produced it, Spring Hill. I mean, he was in the middle of the season last year, so
Okay.
he wasn't able to come through. I was able to meet him at the All-American McDonald's game this year, where he was watching his son play, and I went out there to see Mookie play.
Okay.
We're really homies. We supported each other. AJ went with me, the one who played Willie in the movie as well. We went out to support Mookie, and I was able to meet LeBron out there. But yeah, he was a big part of the process because of his production company.
Did you meet the real Drew?
Yeah, I was able to meet the real Drew. He was the first Fab member we actually met, and I got his number, and I was able to speak on the phone with him for about 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was fun. That was real fun. It was really good to just hear him speak about himself instead of just reading off a script, you know. And even talking to him on the phone, where I just ask him it was like Willie was the better player first, and then he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Like he's competitive, you know what I mean?
Right,
He's
he's
like,
still competitive.
like you know what I mean? Like maybe he was, but he never put anyone in front of him, you know? Like he was always like, nah, like I don't care what nobody says. Even in his interviews when he was talking about like they were the Fab Four, like St. Vincent, St. Mary's, Fab Five, like nobody could beat them. And then he said he heard about this dude Carmelo, and he's like, I don't know
Yeah,
who that
Carmelo's
is.
in
Like, you know what I mean? He didn't care. Like it didn't matter to him. Like even now, his energy is like super confident. He don't care about what anyone says. He knows what he wants, and he knows what he is about. You
He
know?
really was kind of like the leader.
For real, he's the
first.
hardest soul of the film.
Well, and that's the reason why they were at another school.
Now, off the camera, we were talking about even you working with Harris, with Algie, and you said it was kind of like a reunion.
Yeah, it was. It was like a New Edition reunion because I worked with them in the New Edition story. I played young Ricky Bell. Algie played Ralph, and Wood Harris played Brooke Payne. And it was like it was interesting because Wood Harris played almost like a father figure in New Edition story, but then he ended up playing my actual father.
Yeah.
And with Algie, he was the older version of the characters that we played, and this time I came back to be the older version, or the main focus of like the coming of age of the group of young men in the film. So it was interesting to even like talk about that and just be back. And then Chris Robinson directed New Edition story as
Oh, I
well.
didn't realize that.
And he directed A Shooting Star. So it was.
And you were younger when you did New
I was
Edition
13.
Story.
Yeah,
Okay.
13, 14. Yeah.
How did you have to audition for this, being that Chris Robinson is already familiar with you?
Yes, I did. I still had to audition. I still had to prove myself. I actually was brought. The script was brought to me, or the idea was brought to me like 6 years ago. When I was like 15.
Okay.
And they were telling me like, hey, we would love for you to play Lil Drew and everything. We're in the writing process, getting everything together, director, but you're too young right now. But maybe we'll get back to you later. 5 years later, when I'm
There you
20,
are.
they was like, we want you to audition, this and that. And and then I auditioned. I did like an audition at home, and then I did an actual basketball test.
Oh, how
So
was that? How was the basketball test audition?
Oh yeah, that was crazy because I played with School Henderson. He's a top 3 prospect in the draft right now. So then like this year, and then Mookie, who plays LeBron, he's good, and then AJ, and then all the other basketball guys that were there as well, and we played 5v5 to like 10 to like to 10, and then I just had to prove myself for
That's
real.
crazy to be a prospect, like one of the top 3 prospects, and be in a movie too.
That's a fact.
By the way, already.
Exactly.
Before you even,
He did his
that's
thing.
dope.
He did his thing for real, and playing against him was like it was OD because Scoo is at the time he was like 17, 18, but I thought he was like 25. I didn't know who Scoo
He do
Henderson
look grown,
was.
yeah.
He does. He's like a grown man.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Like he
He's
carries
tall.
it, like he
Yeah.
don't say he's quiet. He doesn't say anything.
Kind of like
so,
this character.
Yeah.
for real, exactly. Like when I first met him, he was really quiet. I didn't know who he was. I thought it was just like they asked somebody to come in and just like hoop, or he was auditioning, but he was quiet. And I was like, yo, this guy can play. He was just dunking, doing every single dunk Chris told him to do. He said, do a backflip dunk. He was doing it, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he didn't do that. But then I was like,
That's how I felt like.
yeah, and he was quiet and everyone was talking. So I went over there. I'm like, yo, man, like being me, Caleb. I'm like, yo, man, you hooping out there. Like, you should be in the NBA.
He
and
was
just just looked at me. So I was like, I'm just playing, bro, you know? But just getting to know him, he's actually like a big teddy bear.
Right.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, but he's not like that on the court, though. He's a dog.
As he should be. Now, you also, I saw, celebrated your 21st birthday in Miami.
Miami, LA, and Mexico.
Oh, nice.
You are not playing no games.
No, I
did a
couldn't.
tour.
I never really celebrate. The last time I really celebrated my birthday was like my first birthday. It was like a Spider-Man themed birthday party.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
That's cute.
Yeah. So
That's really cute.
exactly.
You
So
all grew up now. Now you're a story in Miami. Now
yeah,
you-
exactly. So I had 21. Everyone's like, you gotta go up. You gotta go up. It's a monumental moment in your life. So I had to do it.
All right. So what was that like? What were some things that went down? Were you drinking?
I mean, yeah. Actually, my very first time drinking was on my birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Yeah.
What
So
did
you
Where were
really-
you drinking? Were you tequila, vodka? What were you drinking?
So I had my first shot.
Oh Lord.
At Highlight Room in California.
Okay, I know where that is.
and that was it.
Okay, that's
That
it.
is so
I would,
funny.
well, that wasn't all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that wasn't
much
all I
of
drank.
that's it.
but yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of stuff happening.
Are you feeling like this is your time now? I mean, I see you as like the face of Dior Beauty, and I see you as a Puma spokesperson now, and I see this movie where you're playing Lil Drew, and he's kind of the star of the movie, pretty much. And then I saw the rumors about Michael Jackson, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Wait a minute. What
I
were the
have
rumors?
no-
What were the
Then he
Michael
could be
Jackson
playing in
rumors?
I'm so glad you brought that up.
It's
I had
Antoine Fuqua movie that-
not even in a conversation with any of my team, nothing. I had no idea. People were like, "So you're gonna be Michael Jackson?" I'm like, "No, I'm filming." What was I doing at the time? I was in Italy filming. I was in Italy filming this movie called The Book of Clarence.
Yeah.
Directed
The
by
James Samuel.
Yeah, exactly. And I was
I
like,
know
"You're gonna
him.
be playing Michael Jackson?" I'm like, "No, have a full rough beard in Italy
I mean,
right now."
think about all this going on at once, though, right? Like you're in
Yeah.
Italy filming The Book of Clarence.
Yeah.
You have this Shooting Stars movie coming out on
Yeah.
Peacock on June 2nd. There's rumors about you playing Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
There's rumors about you dating Ice Spice.
Oh yeah.
Those are
that
cute.
Was so funny. that whole time, because that was my first time meeting her. Actually, it was at this. I think it was Cardi B's like birthday celebration. I was invited.
Oh, that sounds lit.
Yeah. It was like I was invited by like a friend. I came through, saw her. I was congratulating her on all her success and everything. It literally months just came out. I think like she just met Drake and everything. I was just like, yo, how's everything going? Like you just out of nowhere just blew up. Like how does it feel? And she was like, yeah, it's cool. The photographer came over, was like, let me get a picture of y'all. I was like, I know this thing gonna go viral. That's how I did it. I was like,
That's not a bad rumor.
That's not a bad. This is
It's not a bad
no, it's
rumor.
not. I mean, we was chilling.
this is good.
Yeah. No, it was cool. Yeah, she was cool. She was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah. And
None
then,
of these rumors are bad ones.
Yeah,
no,
this
it's not a bad rumor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the crazy rumor? The thing was that like an article was like, Spice and McLaughlin are super. They've been dating for a while. They love each other. Spice and McLaughlin.
They're really into each
They're
other.
really into
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
believe it.
whoa. There's a.
But y'all
like,
are following each other on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Okay.
The
That's
No, this is-
literally.
this is what the story
it's
says.
literally. That was the last time I spoke to her. That was the
only
first time
follow
I spoke
one
to her.
person, it's Ice Spice. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, wait a minute.
That was the first time and the last time I spoke to her.
Okay.
We said like, oh, that was funny. Like, oh, everyone thinks that, this and that, but
It's not a bad rumor though.
no, it's not.
So I mean, look at how far you come though, from a 10-year-old on Broadway to where you are now, and I feel like that's a great trajectory. First of all, you started already kind of at the top. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, and then things have still been like going up, up, and up. And it seems like you're a good person.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does seem like that, right, Ange?
Yeah, how do you stay so grounded?
Seem like a regular guy.
What's the family life like? Either you're a great actor, or
which he is,
in here with us,
I don't
pretending
know.
to be a nice guy. Or
I feel like you guys are surprised that I'm a great person. But no, I think it's even just going back to like Shooting Stars, like the foundation, like I feel that I can relate to LeBron in a way of being in the spotlight at such a young age. Of course, I'm not at the level of LeBron yet, right?
Yet.
But
the confidence.
I like that. I
love it.
It had to, you know what I mean? So, but the support that he had, people that he had around him, people that believed in him. You have to have people around you that believe in you. You have to have people that you believe in as well. You don't want to have people around that aren't going to, support you and just be there for you. So it's just about, like, my parents always told me, like, I can be and do anything that I want. My friends, my siblings, I had to cut off a lot of people. And I've gained new friends. So it's just really about the support.
And has there ever been a time, like early on, where you were trying to get a role? Was there ever like a dull kind of okay, things aren't really happening?
This COVID was the slowest, but I mean I've auditioned for a lot of things, and I didn't get them.
I hate that I didn't tell you to spit your gum out earlier here.
Oh, this is for my nerves. That's why. Is it bothering you?
I just don't want you to be chewing in the mic.
I'm chewing a lot?
I totally said, yeah.
It's going to sound bad in the mic.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised you didn't say something too earlier.
I know.
I try to keep it to a minimum because I've been doing.
He was doing good.
I did
yeah, but he gets more comfortable. He's George.
Yeah.
Oh, bet. I mean,
you chew gum for your nerves?
No, I mean it is for like just to keep me like cool. But I had like 5 other interviews. No one said anything, but you said something.
She old school.
I know.
There was a lot of old school people. It was old school the whole time. I haven't met anyone young today. Yeah.
Wait a minute, we're not young?
No, we're not.
You just said old school. I didn't say it. Y'all said it. I didn't say it.
You're right.
But go ahead. So you were saying that you auditioned for a lot of things.
Yeah, I've auditioned for a lot of things, and I've made it to the end.
What were you like most disappointed that you didn't get?
Okay, I don't remember the names of them, but there was like a sitcom that I actually didn't even air. I think it aired like one time, and then there was like it was like a sci-fi. It was like another sci-fi project that didn't air. Or
okay, so
it
you're
was
into
promoted.
sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean it's not that I am, but as an actor, you just audition for anything, or like your agent's like, hey, audition for this. It's a good character. All right, cool. Are you look into it? You don't really get to know much about it until you get the project. It's always just sides.
Okay.
And then once you get the project, here's the full script. But I think it was just because, you want to be on like a TV show or like a series regular. Any actor that starts out or that wants to take it to the next level wants to be on a series, and I made it to the like next level to where it was like the final callbacks, and I just didn't get it, and I was just like bummed about it.
That's like making it to the finals.
Yeah, but you just don't get it. But like it's just that last stretch. It was because usually auditions go and come, and you may get a call back, and then you don't. It's like whatever. But you go through like 5 different audition processes, and you're like, it's up against you and another dude, or you and 2 other guys, and then you just don't get the call. Your agent's like, yeah, you didn't get this one. It's like, dang, I really thought I had that one.
Right.
But it's like, it just comes with the business. It just makes you better.
And you've been getting some great roles.
Thank you.
So you also had the Book of Clarence, like you said. What else do you have coming up? And the Book of Clarence, what is that about?
It's taking place in the biblical era.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Biblical days. So
okay.
I can't really speak on it too much because if I do, it'll just like throw it all away. Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of actors in there that, like, I don't even want to say, but it's a lot of big hitters in there that I probably can't even name right now because I'm like, there's so many of them. But
are you gonna have a beard? Like a
like a
really
crazy
big
beard.
Okay.
It's actually nasty. It's really nasty.
Because it is like back in that time.
I had to grow the beard for it. I didn't know I could actually.
You had a real beard?
Yeah, no, like mine. Like I didn't realize.
You got a nice beard now.
Yeah,
so I'm sure you were able to.
Yeah, because it grew up to here, like the top of my cheeks, and he was like, and James, he was like, no, just grow it out, man. Let's see if you can do it. I was like, all right.
James is so funny.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I think I can grow on because I always had the goatee and the mustache.
Right.
And then I grew out the full thing. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to rock this for a little bit.
Are you spiritual at all?
Very spiritual.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it was a a decent fit for the whatever this is going to be, right?
For the
For
project.
you to do
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Oh
It's
well,
like
that's
biblical times,
more
right?
that's religious. That's more religious.
You're not religious. You're more.
No, I
spiritual.
am religious,
Okay.
but in terms of, I was just not correcting you, but
Mm-hmm.
I was. I'm sorry.
you don't have to follow.
You know, I just hate when people be like, not spiritual, religious.
No, because
You know what I mean?
some people.
What was that
Yeah.
voice? Was that like
No, because I hate when people be like
dumb
obnoxious.
people voice?
Yeah, like obviously I knew what you were talking about, but I was like, you mean religious? But nah, I know you meant. But
No, 'cause- people.
but it does. Yeah, I am. I'm Christian, so.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, going into the script and just seeing what his take on that era was interesting, and just seeing it from a James Samuel point of view was like, wow, this is different. It's gonna hit a lot of people in the head.
And I like there's black people in here, so.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, but then to answer your question, what else we have next is the Lee Daniels, the Deliverance. It's a horror flick.
Oh, don't
She
play
loves
with it. Horror's my favorite
horror.
genre.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I feel like I heard Lee Daniels. They talked about that
Yes,
before.
yes,
okay.
yes.
I don't think I knew who was cast though. Okay, so you're
yeah,
in there.
Andrew Day.
Okay,
Yeah, she's amazing.
I like
so
her.
what's your favorite genre of
Of
TV, movies?
My favorite genre. I like everything, but I feel that I always resort to like sci-fi.
Okay.
Just that, like,
See, I knew it. You didn't want to say it
world.
again.
I not that I didn't want to say
I
it.
mean, it's Stranger
just like-
Things.
it's like the fantasy world. Like when you watch TV, when people watch TV, they want to escape. We live in a we live in a real world, so why not just sit down with your family and watch some like good TV where like this world doesn't really exist, but it makes you feel like it does because these people are real on screen. It's not an animated cartoon, even though those films are and TV shows are fun, but it's like when you see real people on TV but living this fantasy or this different world experience is like dope,
What are your top 3 movies of all time?
Top 3 movies of all time. Okay.
Shooting Stars.
Shooting
No,
Stars.
It can't. No, it can't. No,
I
it
know.
can't. It can't be anything you were in.
Okay, Green Mile.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is
Okay.
that 3 or is that 1 or is it?
That's one, okay, because it depends on what we're talking about. I'll give you that's the drama.
Oh.
Animation, Kung Fu Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy, Major Pain.
That's so random.
It is random.
Yeah.
But there's so
Those are
many.
good though.
Yeah, and even as an actor though, it's hard. Like people are like, have you seen this film? I'm like, no. Have you seen this? No. But
But you have seen Major
I've
Pain.
seen Major Pain, but as like performing arts just came into my life randomly. I
Right.
never was just like, oh, I love film, I love the arts. It just happened, I was into the sports. I loved performing, and I grew up just. My older sister was dancing. I watched her. She was in the step team. My older
fun.
brother danced, and my mom and dad sang, danced, all that. So it was just there.
It was in the family.
You know what I mean? And my younger sister actually put me into my first like role in community theater because she was 3 years old and she didn't want to do it by herself.
Oh, that's
and I was like,
so cute.
all right, cool, I'll do it after basketball practice,
That's really cute.
And then it ended up just happening.
so your 3-year-old sister was like your agent early on.
She should get.
Right? I know, right?
She should get a cut.
I know, right? No, I definitely have to. Every time I have an interview, I always shout her out. Like she brought me
She's
into.
like, I want more than a shout
Yeah,
out.
I said cut.
need
I
it,
said
yeah.
cut. She needs to get a cut. A
No,
percentage.
facts. Yeah, she's. And what's cool though? She's going to
Finder's fee.
SCAD for performing arts, and she wants to be a director. So
Oh, that's
Dope.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And-
full
love
scholarship.
that.
And
so.
I read that you tap dance too. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't tap danced in a minute, but I studied ballet, tap, jazz.
That is so amazing.
Yeah,
dope.
I went to Harlem School of the Arts. I was actually supposed to enroll myself into American Ballet Center as well, but I got Lion King, so
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
Right.
Mhm.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I feel like we're going to see so much from you. I mean, we already have a lot of Caleb McLaughlin, on our TVs and
Yep.
on our streamers, but I feel like coming up is going to be amazing.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you so
just
much.
the fact that you're able to do all those different things. I mean, that you are truly a skilled actor
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
you confident.
Thank you. Thank you.
and a nice guy, or acting like one.
Or acting like one.
Okay.
A good
you
actor.
never know. I tell a lot of people I've been hopping around in interviews and stuff. People's like, we don't know a lot about you, but I guess these new films, you have music coming out, this and that. Oh, we could talk about music.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yes.
you do have.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
let's
But
talk
I was
about the
like, yeah,
music.
you never know. I could fly. I just haven't showed y'all that.
Yeah,
yet,
don't
for real.
try
I'm a
it.
superhero.
Let's talk about the music.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I have 2 songs that are out right now. Soul Travel and Neighborhood. Neighborhood was the first one I dropped. I think like 2 million streams.
Now hold on, because we did listen to this before you came in here.
Okay.
One of them
Nice.
is kind of a love song.
Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah, Soul Travel. So who
Both
inspired
of them.
Who inspired Soul Travel? Who do you want to
I think.
Here we go.
Speaking
the
of
rocket and
spirituality,
fly away
Soul
with.
Travel is very a spiritual song for me.
Okay.
Just even the name, Soul Travel.
Yeah,
We're like,
soul.
it's about traveling with like my soulmate, living life, being like traveling with them, living in this beautiful world with them, going out, just being with my soulmate. Soul
Have
Travel.
you met your soulmate yet, you think?
Nah.
Okay, you're looking.
Yeah.
He answered that really fast.
Yeah,
too.
nah.
Okay.
And it's like,
He probably was at home like, baby, I gotta act single.
no, I'm single. I'm single. I'm single. I mean, it's like, I feel like this days and time, this generation's different. So
Well, you are this generation.
I know. Hello.
Nah, I
You're not?
I do not claim me in this generation. Okay. No.
You
What
are
genera-
this
I
What
listen to
generation
Stevie
are you?
Wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you like Major
I love,
Pain. So
I love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
you're a bit of
Ooh,
an old
I
soul.
love Earth,
You know
Wind,
Pat
and Fire.
Metheny?
No, who's that?
Exactly.
See?
I'm older than y'all. You don't even know that.
God.
I don't. But you
Classical
have a
music.
bit of an old soul. But it's because your parents' influence.
For sure. And me and my older siblings. And just, I think I probably would have had this even without them. You know what I mean? I just feel like this is who I am. This is my spirit.
I met Stevie Wonder and I almost lost it was so exciting. We're Hillary Clinton. We were interviewing Hillary Clinton and it was her birthday and Stevie Wonder came and sang to her
Wow.
during the interview. Yeah, that was very surreal for me. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
Yeah. But all right, so go ahead. So talk about your so you believe in soulmates. You believe your soulmate is out there.
Yeah, I feel like,
You believe in one?
huh?
One?
I heard there's 3.
Oh,
Honestly,
there's a
I just
number.
don't care about soulmates.
That's fair.
I think, like,
I gotta listen to the song
I
different.
think that, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just cooling. I'm single. I'm just chilling, for real.
Yeah, I mean, you're still, having a good time. You're young.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just cooling, for real.
All right, breaking
tripping.
hearts out here.
He's not denying it.
No, it's not even like that. It's just like, I'm respectful, so it's cool.
Do you think you're gonna put out a whole album?
For sure. Definitely have a bundle of music gonna drop. Like, I dipped my toes in the pool, but I'm gonna put on my bathing suit and cannonball
Okay.
in there.
You should DM Ice Spice and ask her for a feature.
I should,
This would be
right?
the
You
time.
should.
Yeah. I don't know.
That would be good. Just to
That'll
put
be
you out there.
fire.
Yeah.
It would be.
Let's
She's
put
doing
it
her
out
thing
there.
right now. She's doing her thing
She
right
is.
now. That's
both
what's
of
up.
you. Hello, both of you
Yeah.
are.
Hers is
Yeah.
music. Yours is TV,
TV and film.
And
Yeah.
music now
And
too.
music.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that music lane real quick. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we love it. Well, Caleb McLaughlin.
Yeah.
It's like a tongue twister. But Caleb McLaughlin, thank you so much for joining us. We really did have a fun time sitting down with you.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
Yes.
Make sure you guys check out Shooting Stars Peacock June 2nd.